Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So Colorado's offense will get first crack at it here. And, David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wideout. Lewis to throw. Rushes on him. Right on the money. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top. Complete. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Floating away. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Working that left side. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Buffaloes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be on the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Marshall's offense has the ball for the first time. Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need him.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic, but I know how... Situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They'll give it to Johnson. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Marshall will be forced to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He takes it at the 45. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Lewis wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard it. He's got a chance to be really, really good. Talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Leaves it with the back. Plows through the defense. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on 2nd down. He's got him in the flat. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado!
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. And they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give to the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
That's caught. It's Harmon. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And we've seen a tremendous show from this freshman behind center. The passing game absolutely firing on all cylinders. And best of all, they've protected the football. Caught in the backfield. It's Atkins. At the 45 on his way. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Sends it back in motion. Lewis to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
You know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit, make sure it falls incomplete.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. Third and goal coming. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Touchdown, Bucks! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Use the play fake, now to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And I think QB's rushing, especially in the RPO game. You want to get that ball. Okay, I'm pulling it now. I got to throw a strike right now and get it on him. And you can tell, throws it to the left and doesn't get it to his wide receiver. It's just maybe a little bit of hurrying too much.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Wants to keep it in the air. Time to take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Marshall quick to the line. Defense in press coverage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. The handoff to Johnson. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone as he's run out of bounds at the 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air.
Oh, you gotta
Receiver
pick
there,
it
it's incomplete.
That is one when they watch film next week that receiver is going to wish he had back. That quarterback had all day to throw the football. That was basically 7-on-7. There was no one near the QB. The receiver's got to make the catch.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Trying to bully their way in. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Yeah, I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he doesn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here,
and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurd!
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And how about the day this freshman quarterback has had running the offense? They've been playing pitch and catch at an elite level, and there have been no answers defensively. Caught close to the marker, it's Atkins. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Lewis wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws to the back. Makes the grab down the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Buffaloes will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll go to the air. He's got it on the move. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to the air on second and short. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Huntington. And we've got to start our report by shouting out that quarterback. My man was dropping dimes like a bank robber, one after another, right on the money, spreading the wealth. Are you picking up on the theme here, people? Long ways to go, I know. But if this continues, that young man is going to be cashing in more ways than one.
Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
The Thundering Herd faces a third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
He's got an open man. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Marshall trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Wide receiver comes in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No no doubt. First half, it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Lewis to throw. They're working that left side. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. On a little time, lets it go. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Johnson. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Lewis wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The Buffaloes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Atkins. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find better field position to start a drive. 1st and goal from the 10. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Marshall! You thought they were done. They're not.
Tell what I get for missing that tackle.
Well,
Throwing a
just as you
fucking
would expect,
pitch.
that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Motion from the back. Lewis to throw. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Dances away to buy time. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Soft spot in the middle. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. The give from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Lewis wants to pass. Back open in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How about this offense, man? You gotta love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the 1st down, a few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the 4th quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart. He still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
Dumps it off in the flats. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Buffaloes have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Colorado. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering herd offense coming out. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Marshall quick to the line.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Anderson. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Off the play fake on first down. Fires left. That's caught. It's Harmon. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Looking to throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Wants to throw again. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. A tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's White. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Gonna swing it on second down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown!
Okay.
A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give out of the gun. Got enough for the first. At the 20, he's got space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important to their responsibilities.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And they get the icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much, they can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
And David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports